everyone, my name is Vasisht and welcome to my channel. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about time management. Actually, a very wise person once told me that you cannot manage time. Time is fixed. What you can do is you can manage yourself around the time available. So I think technically today we are talking about how to manage ourselves, as in our goals, our priorities, our to-do list, etc. around the time available. So let's get started. I think the most important thing about time management is, even before you start writing down your goals, tasks that you want to do, to-do lists, etc. I think it's very important to start with at like step 0, which is do a trend analysis of currently where your time is actually going. So what I would suggest is take a week and every single day lead the normal life like you are right now, and at the end of the day just note down what time to what time what tasks did you perform. If it's too much burden at the end of the day, then maybe you can even do it at regular intervals, like every 3 hours you just sit literally for 2 minutes with a paper and a pen and just write down what did you do for the past 3 hours. Continue this, I would say, throughout the week, because for most of us our weekdays are very different from our weekends, so it's very important to get a complete picture. So I'm for sure step 0, or if you want to work on your time management skills, then the place where you have to start with is understand where you are right now and then move ahead. So with this analysis, what you need to get to as an output is classification of all the activities that you noted down over a period of 1 week into 3 categories. Number 1 are the activities that you would like to continue at the frequency and at the duration that was present in your trend analysis. So the activities that you would like to continue as is. Second is classification of activities where you feel like, okay, I would want to do it, but not for so many hours in a day. Some example, like very easy ones, are maybe Netflix, Instagram. If you do a trend analysis, you might feel like, okay, I spend way too much time on this. So while I'm going to continue to do it, I'm going to reduce the number of hours. So that's going to be your second classification. Third classification are the activities which you completely want to remove from your weekly structure. So what this analysis does is it actually shows you the time available, and if I can say, the time that we've been wasting and which is now available for a more productive work. So this is a good step number 0, like I said, to start with, just from a numerical perspective. So from here, where you go is you start making daily goals list. And when I say goals, it's not something as heavy as tomorrow I'm going to do 100 push-ups. No. Daily goals, here I'm referring to the things, like the top 5 or 6 things that you would want to do every single day of your life. Because all of us live in an extremely tight, extremely busy lifestyle, and it's very easy to let go of these small things which really don't make an impact on a day-to-day basis. Like if I don't call my parents every single day, nothing big is going to happen. But is that the way I want to live my life? No. And I don't want that to become a habit. So it's very essential to write down these 5 things somewhere in your room or wherever you can see, and ensure that you are checking those every single day. That means you're living every single day in the way that you desired, by doing the things that you wanted to do. Okay, so once we have this daily task sorted, what it does is over a period of time, you start living every single day doing the things that you wanted to do, and it becomes like a part of you, a muscle memory. So then you really don't even have to look at the list anymore. Then what you need to add on to this is a weekly task list, which is different from daily, not just because of the frequency, but also daily task list remains constant for a longer period of time. Like you can have the same daily task list for a year. Weekly task list changes every single week. So, it can be a couple of things that you want to do that particular week. Because like I said, sometimes our lives can seem very hectic, like a lot's going on all the time. So the easiest thing we tend to do is we move all our non-work related tasks, all our personal tasks to the weekend. And what happens on weekend? You have this huge list of things to do. and you get so overwhelmed and you do it over the weekend, and again by Sunday night you're like, oh my god, it's Monday morning, didn't even feel like it was a weekend. So you don't have to go through that. All we need is just better planning, and that's where this weekly task list comes to our rescue. Basically, just once we have what all we need to achieve that week, all we need to assess is something like, okay, Tuesday seems a little light day, my work calendar is a little lighter, so maybe I can do this 1 or 2 things on Tuesday evening. Wednesday evening seems very tight, for example, I'm going to get done very late. That probably means there's lesser traffic on road, so I can, maybe go meet a friend for a quick dinner or fill fuel on my way back, etc. Right? Like, there are 100 ways of playing around and getting small things done through the week, only if we can plan better. So what this daily task list and weekly task list does is, it not only ensures that you are doing more things on a day-to-day basis, being more organized, not going with the flow, not being lazy, etc. Well, that's a good advantage. Another big advantage of this process is it boosts your confidence to next level every time you tick off a task. I mean, it's a different high, at the end of the day, if you see your task list, everything has a check or everything has a scratch on it, that's an amazing feeling. But at the same time, if there are back-to-back days where you're not able to achieve all your goals or all your tasks that you've noted down, that will lead to a very strong dip in your confidence level. And to avoid that risk, what you can do is be a little smart while planning. So say, for example, you have 14 hours in a day when to dedicate it to all your work, hobbies, personal activities, etc. Then ensure that the task list that you've noted down covers only, let's say, 12 hours. So what I'm trying to say here is keep a buffer, because while we would love to be in control all the time, and that's one of the main goals of this process, reality is sometimes things happen beyond our control. And I'm not even talking about the very serious things which are life-altering events, but a small traffic jam which led to me reaching work late, which led to me leaving work late, and hence all my evening plans got messed up. So as simple as that, there will always be factors which is going to impact the perfect implementation of a plan. So the smarter way is to just keep some buffer. If something goes wrong, you have the buffer. If nothing goes wrong, then well, Netflix. So the last point is something that as a finance student, I know it definitely works, which is budget versus actual analysis. So once you have your weekly task list, daily task list, you live through the week, and then at the end of the week, you have to compare your actuals to what you had planned. And you need to figure out, what are the tasks that couldn't be achieved? How often couldn't they be achieved? Why were they not achieved? Are the reasons recurring in nature? Is the reason something that can be fixed next week? Was it impacted by an external environment factor? Was it impacted by an internal environment factor? All these analysis has to be done, so that A, maybe you need to make some changes in your task list, or B, maybe you need to make some changes in the way you implemented the task list. Either way, this is how the process keeps improving. And once you get used to this process of having a thorough list and staying more organized, you really sort of tend to realize that it's never really, there's no time available. It's always prioritizing and planning that will ensure that you can do much more than what you think can be achieved. So I hope that you liked this video and found it useful. If you did, please do like, comment, subscribe, and share this link with your entire world. Thank you so much for watching, and look out for the space for more such videos. Bye.